Joining in studio now is Matt Chipman. He's the president of Green Chip Investor Relations. Matt, always good to see you.
Glad to be here again, Don.
You know, we continue to see this this battle going on in Washington. They're battling with our money and with the things that are near and dear to us. And we just had this conversation before coming on the air where they're talking now about reducing or even eliminating the mortgage interest deduction.
Well, everybody's positioning themselves for what's going to benefit their constituency. The Tax Cuts and Jobs Act that's being proposed is something that Trump ran on. He ran on a policy that would cut taxes and provide more jobs, which most presidents run on. But the way he wanted to do it, of course, is going to get really kicked around because of all the negativity and associated with just about everything he does. So yeah, it's going to be a challenge to approve a plan, although this is part of the reason why the stock market has moved up, was his policies would cause more growth in the economy.
But the people that are advocating eliminating or reducing the mortgage interest deduction, I mean, they're completely insane because that would absolutely destroy the home industry.
Well, there was talk that they would cut the amount of interest you could deduct on your taxes. And if you're going to start going after that, although it's a lot of money that they could go get, yeah, it's going to hurt. It would hurt the home builders. They said, well, there was a slight sell-off in home building stocks the other day because of this proposal. Well, it's a long way from getting accepted, and voted on. There's going to be some tax reform that is going to probably get approved, but what it looks like at the end of the day,
Well, I think it's untouchable. I think it's the holy grail. I mean, because you talk about home builders, homeowners, home improvement stores, hardware stores. You think about all the different aspects and different industries that the home industry touches. That would all be upset, or in some cases even destroyed, if they were to go that route.
Right, and it has a negative effect in other ways. They think, well, okay, fine, if we got money from there, well, what happens then to rental rates, and things like that? It's going to hurt. So, there's shift of money out there. Of course, the Republicans want to go after inheritance taxes and try to eliminate those again. Democrats want something different. Where you get the money, you still got to get a lot of money out there. What I'd like to see is the government slow down on spending and actually cut spending slightly. Maybe that'll help us pay down the deficit. What are the odds of that ever happening?
Well, Ronald Reagan once famously said that government doesn't tax for the money it needs, it finds need for the money it gets.
That's right. That's right.
And, so if we give them more money, they're just going to find different ways to spend it in things that we really don't need. I mean, every year I do a segment on this program with the most ridiculous things that we spend our money on, and some of them border on the insane.
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do. Well, there's been some strong earnings out from some of the biggest companies, which is why we've seen the market continue to go up. There was a little, there was an expected rate a rate increase from across the pond. I know London, there was announced that they raised interest rates for the first time since 2007. So, if rates do slowly start to increase, that could have slow the market down a little bit. But, usually when rates go up, it means things are getting healthier.
Exactly. Well, now you and I pay a lot of attention to small emerging companies, small microcap companies. I don't really see any of this conundrum affecting it.
I don't. What I do see is there is a limited number of options to go to make a lot of money on stocks. And so the reason I focus and continue to focus on some of the small stocks is those are the ones that can really pay off. You could have a small company increase 5, 6, 10-fold
easily
if they hit a big contract, if they make a big announcement, that can occur. I have 2 companies I've followed for a little bit here over the last few years that I believe in the next 2 to 3 months could be one of those stocks. So I always suggest if your audience wants to contact me, send me an email. I'd be happy to give you those 2 ideas.
Okay, how do they get a hold of you?
They can either email me, matt@greenchipir.com, or you can call me direct. I'll give you my mobile number.
Okay.
310-709-5646. Give me a call. I'd be happy to let you know what they are.
Once again, Matt Chipman, Green Chip Investor Relations. And Matt, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.
Thanks for having me on again.